Christmas is a time for giving. BYUtv's holiday movie, Christmas Jars, tells the story of how one family's giving tradition becomes a viral sensation.
These jars are proof that the magic of Christmas is real.
When we first started developing Christmas Jars, we really wanted to make sure that we stayed true to Jason Wright's story and getting at the heart of what Christmas Jars is really about.
The story behind Christmas Jars began long before there was a book or a jar or a movie.
While I was working on the Christmas Jars set, so many people on the production crew came up to me and said, you know, we do Christmas movies all year long, and it's such a privilege to work on one that has a real story and meaning behind it that's so centered on giving.
We decided that we were going to put a glass jar on our kitchen counter. And we decided that we would put all of our spare change in it every single day between that night and Christmas Eve. We left this jar with less than $100 on someone's porch and scampered off into the night. And it is not an exaggeration to say that we have never been the same since.
As we were working with Jason, the more that he told us about the history of Christmas Jars and what his family was hoping to accomplish when they started that tradition, the more sense that we got of what the story was really meant to be.
What if one person read this little book and said, I think I want to try this. I think I want to put a jar on my counter. I think I want to bundle my kids up on Christmas Eve. I think I want to go find someone to give a jar away to anonymously. I thought if that happened to one other family, wouldn't it be worth it?
His novel wound up touching and inspiring many people. One of those persons knew the Birch family, and they decided to pass on Jason Wright's tradition. And so they gave the Birch family a couple Christmas jars.
Christmas Eve, 2005, there was a knock on the door, and on the porch were 2 Christmas jars and a copy of the book.
And a letter to Cameron. And the letter talked about how they knew that he was struggling and that this money was for Cameron to do what he wanted to do.
What you doing, Cam?
At the hospital that he was receiving his treatments, on the cancer floor, there's one playroom. And so he wanted to take all of it and buy toys for the playroom. The giving goes up way beyond the immediate gift. It goes on for years and years, and over a decade later, it's still touching people's lives. And that's what it's all about.
People weren't just reading the book, they were reading the book and then they were looking for a jar to put on their counter to fill up so they could have the same kind of experience that the characters have.
It was a special experience to be able to work on a movie that is trying to spread so much good and amplify all of the good feelings that we feel at the holiday season with what Christmas is really about.
Let Christmas Jars inspire your holiday gift giving. You can catch it anytime this holiday season at BYUtv.org or with our app. Thanks for watching BYUtv Insider.